here is a difficult question. What would you do if you knew you were dying? Our next guest helped her sister plan a living funeral to celebrate her life after getting a rare cancer diagnosis. Before we chat with her, let's take a look at her story.
My sister, Heidi Putterill, she was an incredible person. She was an artist. She had a way of just connecting. She would look you in the eye and kind of lock in. Heidi's diagnosis came as a complete surprise. Close to Christmas, sometime maybe early December, she passed out, and it turns out her red blood cells were depleted. And when the diagnosis came in of MDS, which is myelodysplastic syndrome, a rare kind of blood cancer, we couldn't believe it. Her form, as it turns out, was the worst form of MDS because there's a spectrum. Her chances were very slim. Even the fact that she made it 3 years and 8 months between diagnosis and her death was, in one doctor's words, a miracle. Heidi first came up with the idea of having a living funeral very early on, year one. She said, "Guys, if I have to die, you know what I want to do? I just want to have a party. I want to call my friends and bring them out, go to a restaurant, have some dancing. Let's just have some fun. If I've got to go, why not?"
Just looking out over all these faces that I love, it's a room full of love, and I feel my heart is full.
It was exactly the kind of thing that Heidi would come up with.
Appreciate you all so much for helping me celebrate, telling your stories, and I just love you all, love you all very much.
Oh my goodness, what an extraordinary person. To tell us more about her sister's living funeral and her final wishes, please welcome to the show, Jenna Satterthwaite. Thank you.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Jenna, hi. My mom has MDS, stage 1. Yeah, and I'm so sorry.
Sorry to hear that.
I'm so sorry for your loss too. Something we share. So sorry. What was your what was your first thought when your sister said she wants a living funeral?
My first reaction was, yeah, that's completely in keeping with who she was. She loved her friends, her family. She invested in all of us so heavily. That was her life focus. And so it didn't surprise me at all. When she suggested it in the first year of her diagnosis, I couldn't quite imagine what it would be like. And then thankfully we didn't have to plan it then. She lived quite a bit longer. But by the time at the end, she said, "All right, guys, it's time to plan this thing." I think we were ready. We were emotionally prepared. We had been through those steps of playing it out in our heads enough to where we were ready to dive in. And that's good because we had 6 days to plan it. It was under a week from when we decided it's time to pull the trigger and get everyone out and rent a hall and cater some food, and when the actual celebration happened.
That's magical.
Jenna, I know everyone up here, the studio is so emotional. And when I see the family, I'm going to get emotional too when I was watching, all the kids and stuff. But I was watching you on that big wall, and your face said it all. You were smiling the whole time because this is something that she wanted, and you fulfilled a dream. So this is, I know it's sad and covered in sadness and dark, but it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. I just want to say that. What were Heidi's must-haves for this celebration, and how did your other sister help make it happen for her?
So Erica, who's our other sister, was there with me in the hospital with her when we were at that pivotal point of, oh crap, it's time to die. So we were both there from, ground zero in terms of planning this thing. And this all took place in Boston, where Heidi had been living for just about a year. They're a military family, so they hadn't been there too long, and we did have a bit of an open question around how many people were going to be able to come with just 6 days notice. realistically, this was July 2022, middle of the summer. So there was kind of some brainstorming about, what if it's just 12 people or 20? I guess we're going to get a big haul and see what happens. And to our delight, about 200 people showed up.
Wow.
So it was just amazing that everyone literally dropped summer plans, canceled vacations, no kidding, bought flights, rented cars, because she had collected friends from everywhere. As a military family, they had been in Hawaii, they had been in Alaska, Cameroon, Africa. That's where she passed out and where her diagnosis came from after she was airlifted to Germany. So she had friends around the globe. And the fact that everyone came out was extremely special. And yeah, Erica and Heidi and I, we did it all together and not alone.
Right.
Everyone helped. I mean, there was so much support right away. People are texting, what can I do? Can I bring something? How can I help facilitate this for her?
Wow.
So it was her gift to us, but also our gift to her.
What a celebration of life. If we could all be so lucky. In your sisterhood, I have two sisters as well, and so special.
One named Erica.
So
and
special.
one Erica as well. So what was the most difficult part of the event?
Oof. Probably when it was over, honestly. The event, we weren't sure what to expect in terms of the mix of emotions that we were going to experience the day of. There was so much fast planning that had to happen, and it was so logistics centered for a few days there. But the event was wonderful. It was after everybody left that reality hit in a new way, because then it was time to face the next leg of the journey, which was being with her as she died. And learning how to care for her body, which was her other wish, is that we would be responsible for body care after she passed.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. Jenna, thank you for joining us and for sharing your sister Heidi with all of us.
Yes.
DBL Nation, to keep up with Jenna and her upcoming book, follow her on Instagram at jenna.satterthwaite.author. Jenna, thank you again. We really appreciate you.
Thank you.
What a special story.
You did a good mitzvah for your sister.
Yep.
Oh, thank you guys so much.